Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, June 22nd. It's the 8:30 in the morning, and we are on our way. I got the schedule up here in front of us, week of June 20th. Had a late start because of the holiday, and it's a big week. I got 3 chapters. Quiz is open early for a few folks in their schedule, but of course due on June 26th. But this week, if you're just starting out, most people have already taken the pre-class quiz. The big idea there is just to make sure that you're comfortable with the software, you got camera, you can access it, all that kind of stuff. It's a pain in the neck to get after a quiz and not have it work, so that's the purpose of that. Media case, assignment, and a case. It's pretty straightforward. So you can see the homework there and the due dates on quiz 1 as well as the practice quiz. Just a reminder, the environmental scan. It is a technology that Central has adopted for better or worse. Sometimes it feels worse, but it is the technology that we have in terms of academic integrity. So it's easy to get tripped up on. Just make sure there's no books and no screens, and you give a full 360 on the camera. Don't just grab the camera and go like side to side. Like make sure you got the whole thing. The other thing is that the technology tracks movements and sends the professor emails and all that kind of stuff. So don't leave the camera if you're like this. Doing your quiz and you're kind of looking off to the side or even up past it, it'll trigger it, fire it off. It's a pain in the neck. So to stay focused and do well. If you have any questions, let me know. But this week, first three chapters. The chapter 2 is really kind of a macro level view of HR, kind of strategic HR, human systems, human capital, stuff like that. A lot of that is vernacular, like this is how an HR person thinks, this is the discipline of HR. We don't spend a lot of time on chapter 2 integrating it with the rest of the chapters. It's almost like you need to know this is out there, but it's probably not going to affect most of your lives unless you go into HR as a career. Chapter 1 is really kind of the foundation, obviously, chapter 1. But there's one of my favorite pie charts in there that goes through the 7 different disciplines or domains of HR. And that really encapsulates all that we're going to be covering in the course. And chapter 3, super hot, been hot since, forever, I suppose. But 1963 specifically with the Equal Pay Act, and then 1964 with the Title VII law. So a ton of stuff in chapter 3 for how organizations view stuff that really, like the news and social media, has popularized and almost made cult-like in kind of where people stand on it. The idea is to give a history and say this is it from a legal perspective, and this is it from a management perspective. So that's chapter 3. Wrap up that quiz by June 26th. I've already talked to a whole bunch of people, so it's been fun. It's an online class. You don't need to reach out if you want to. Obviously, as a professor, I love doing that. I do want to point out one thing. When you're over in modules, if I can find it here, I'm sure it's staring at me. If you click on one of the lecture videos, let's just pick chapter 1 here. A lot of times it'll come up like this. It'll be like, bro, the video doesn't work. It works. Sometimes Canvas does not integrate the YouTube links as well. So all you do, if you get here, YouTube refuses to connect, go up where it says chapter 1 video lecture, click that, and it'll take you right out to the lecture, which apparently has an ad. I don't make money on that, but whatever. Anyway, so that's where we're at for the week. Once we get through 1 week, you'll see it's a little bit less, fewer chapters moving forward, but you'll have the whole pattern down, right, of accessing homework and doing the quiz and all that kind of stuff. If you have trouble accessing the homework, can't get a hold of me, best one's probably tech support. If you call me and it's an account issue, I'll probably tell you to go to tech support anyway, but I'll do whatever I can do. So with that, keep in touch as you would like, and have a great summer.